A status update on the gender bias research report. So, as many of you who follow this channel and my work know, last year I did a prolonged study over several months on gender bias in the gaming industry and community. Now, this included all the forms of role-playing gaming, tabletop, computer-based, live action, but it also included collectible, tradable card games, wargaming, as I said, online gaming, all the different aspects that are loosely or more directly interrelated to the role-playing gaming community as a whole. I had 164 respondents. Out of 167 that were qualifying that I approached, only 3 said no. I was shocked. It was wonderful. And this was at different gaming stores. This was at a Spokane gaming convention. This was at local gaming groups, and all aggregated together. And by some miracle, about 50-50 male and female response with a few percentage of other. But pretty much right down the middle, it just happened that way. I didn't weight it any one way or the other. So that worked out very nicely. But the problem is I am overwhelmed with the data. So it was only 11 questions, but those were there was a lot of information in those. And with 164 respondents, 11 questions, and a quarter of them opted to respond in text on the backside and wrote out long, lengthy responses and thoughts and comments. I have all the data in my spreadsheets and in my database. So all that data is put there. I have also extracted them into many, many, many different charts, bar charts and scatter charts and plot charts and pie charts, etc. And they're very visually, they're very helpful in turning that raw data into useful information. So I see all this information. I go to sit down and write the narrative, and for some reason I'm just being overwhelmed by it. One approach I've thought of is just doing short little installments once a week. Now, on the other hand, there is an offer outstanding for me to submit this to a peer-reviewed journal, and it would be under not their academic branch, but under their journalism branch, because this wasn't through this wasn't through the university, it wasn't structured through institutional review board. It wasn't required for the way I did it. I've gone through and checked that with the university, with the state. I'm free and clear, and that's fine. But because it didn't go through an IRB review, and it isn't part of the university, it doesn't qualify for the peer review journal to publish it under the academic wing, but they have their journalism side, and they've left an opening there for me to do so. But that needs to be a concise, well-structured report, and there's so much data. So I was wondering, would it be too dry, or would people be interested if I just did a video or video series on that data, on that research? Would that just, I could show the occasional graphs and such. I wouldn't make it a PowerPoint presentation, but I would show graphs and charts as I was talking about each topic. Maybe I'd find that a little less overwhelming in helping really break this down into a narrative that makes sense, help organize thoughts and preparing it for a more formal paper, especially based on the questions that you, the viewers, ask from the videos I put out. So how many of you would actually like such a video? Any of you? Or would that just be too horribly dry and you'd rather just see it read in a report? Let me know. So to wrap it all up, I appreciate all the feedback from all the viewers. I do read all of your comments. Often so what happens is my cell phone gets notification that somebody commented. Often you're just commenting to each other, but I get those responses in my cell phone, and I read that wherever I am at the time, unless I'm driving, but I quickly read that. However, I don't usually have time to log in and write responses back, but I do use your comments to help shape future videos and research. So please do keep them coming. They are invaluable, hugely helpful, and in one form or another, I will respond to your comments sooner or later. As you can see, I'm juggling a lot of things here, and I'm not always the best at following through on all of the social media, because I'm just trying to get it all out there, but it's hard for me to follow up on all the responses in all the different areas. I hope you can forgive me for being poor at that follow up in that format. I'm really trying to just focus on getting the work done while keeping you informed what's going on, keeping this more open source approach, because, my computer background, I believe in a more open source approach where I'm allowed to. I want to really do the work and make these things progress and happen, rather than spending all the time on social networking trying to respond to every little response. And I don't mean little, I don't mean to say that in a diminutive way, but there are many responses that I would like to respond to, but it just, between all the different social media and YouTube, I could literally just be almost full-time in all the responses on some weeks. So I hope you understand. But do please keep them coming in. I do read all of them, and they are helpful to everybody. So, while I do have lots of data from all these gaming sessions and gamer interactions, I'm not sure how much time I will have for updates on all of these. But I will try to keep producing these updates as long as people find them useful. And I can find the time, which I do. It's sporadic. I can't say every week I'll be able to do a report, every month I'll be able to do a report, because some months are slower than others, etc. But if you guys are finding these reports useful and informative and valuable, please do comment and let me know, and I will keep them coming. Thank you again, everybody, for your support. RPGresearch.com.